Welcome to CNB. I'm Siddharth Naik Partner. This is the all-new and first-ever BMW X7. This is the India spec, and it is the X-Drive 30D, the car that's assembled in Chennai at BMW's plant. And no one else has had their hands on this particular variant. It's likely to be the most popular, best-selling car. How does it drive? Here's the exclusive review. The BMW X7 is the kind of car you'd call a sure winner in terms of buyer requirements, especially in markets like China and India. And yes, I say this well aware that India won't get anywhere near the kind of volumes China will. And that explains that large grille and imposing looks. It's also the attention to detail and build quality, though, that come through right away on this car. Still, it's the car that the backseat owner will absolutely love. In India, the X7 has driven in with the X-Drive 40i and the X-Drive 30D, as I'd initially expected. Both cars are priced the same at 98,90,000 rupees. The petrol is an import while the diesel is assembled locally. The X7 has 3-row seating as standard, since in India, BMW has saved that feature for its X flagship, and the X5 does not get the optional 3rd row that it does in other markets. So you got the default, which is the 6 seats, but you can also go for that full bench and have a 7-seater configuration on both the petrol and diesel. The diesel, of course, is what I'm focusing on today, because even when we did our global drive, we did have a chance to drive that petrol engine, but not the diesel. And so this is the one that we've been curious about. The 30D, is that a big enough engine? So is the 30D good enough for a car of this massive size? That's going to be my key focus today, because on everything else about the X7, you can go ahead and look at my previous review, because even in terms of equipment, we are getting pretty much everything on the India spec. Yes, I encourage you to go to youtube.com/car-and-bike and watch the first drive on the X7 X-Drive 40i, so you also get a better sense of that 3-liter petrol engine's performance, and not just details on all the equipment and features that the car boasts. So, back to the 30D then. The numbers first, and they're identical to the figures you'll see on the diesel X5. Yup, it's the same engine that goes into both cars, besides a few others too. And yes, the X5 and X7 also share BMW's cluster platform. We know this engine well from BMW. It's efficient, it's quick, it's really punchy, and I'll tell you what, that 260 horses and about 620 Nm of peak torque that you get on it is really satisfying. But most of that we've seen on many other cars on the BMW range. So the big question was, will it be enough for a car of this size and weight? Oh yes. Is it quick? You bet it's quick. It works just fine. And all those doubts anybody may have had about why don't we have the 50D, don't worry about them. By the way, the X7 40i shares its inline-6 engine with the X5's petrol M Sport. The X7 30D and 40i have both impressed me. The X-Drive all-wheel drive system is standard across the X7 range, along with the 2-axle air suspension, active steering, and electric active roll stabilizers. The X7 is first a true BMW, that is to say, a real driver's car. It has the kind of agility, balance, and handling that you'd expect from a more compact and sportier car. There is no body roll and the car corners impeccably for an SUV, especially an SUV of this size. The handling on this car is just unbelievable. I remember gushing about it even when I drove the car for the first time in the US. It is just phenomenal what BMW has been able to achieve, given the car's height, given the car's width, given the car's weight and bulk. I mean, it's just so much fun. And then throw in this amazing ride quality and you'll start to understand why I am gushing, because whether you're sort of pottering around in city traffic or whether you want to quickly put your foot down and get to higher speeds on a highway, sitting in the car as a passenger, as a driver, even at the back, you feel no difference. It's just the same comfort level that continues. And for a buyer at this kind of price point, especially those sitting in the back, that is kind of what they're looking for, right? Without the compromise of it being an SUV. That's right, the car still has its off-road drive modes on the X-Drive system, and they're pretty capable, as we've seen on the X5. In India, the 30D comes in BMW's ultra-luxurious Design Pure Excellence trim. That includes everything from that giant panoramic sunroof to the chrome trims you see in the front and rear bumpers. There's also 21-inch alloy wheels, roof rails and window graphics in an aluminium finish, glossy black mirror housings and body-colored wheel arches and side skirts. On the inside, you get virtually everything that your heart desires. The Design Pure Excellence trim throws in the electrically adjustable seats, yep, all of them, that is, and a special signature leather. Safety is key on the car, and it's got a ton of standard active and passive safety features that includes front, side, head and knee airbags. So yes, there's a lot that you'll get for that cool 1 crore. It's not just big, it's not just luxurious, it's not simply comfortable, and nor will it only impress you with its performance prowess. No, the BMW X7 is all of that. And for the well-heeled buyer who always thought that they were compromising any of these parameters when going from luxury sedan to luxury SUV, well, I suppose I have to say, your car has arrived. No more compromises. Now we will wait till the second half of 2020 when the new Mercedes-Benz GLS, Audi Q8 and also new models from Land Rover and Lexus get here, so that there's more variety in this class and more company for the X7. So really impressive product this, the X7, and the delay on the Mercedes-Benz GLS, it's only going to help this car big time. Big time. Alright, we move on, but we keep things high performance and also high end. This time it's the bike, the Ducati Diavel 1260S. It's a new generation of the Diavel. With every new generation, things always promise to get better. Preetham finds out if that's true on this bike. He had a chance to ride it in Spain.